Happy 30th birthday, Alex.
Thank you.
Are you having a good day so far? I know not much has happened.
It's been an interesting day. Honestly, the first birthday that's felt like different for me. I feel different. I feel wiser. Old. I feel older and wiser. Just like I'm 30. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You can put some of that wisdom into your bets if you're wiser.
I hope that's how this translates. I hope that's how this works out for me.
Yeah, I'm sending all the good vibes your way. Happy birthday. We're so excited. So let's celebrate on the show. Why not win you some money? How about that, huh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We got a lot to talk about today. Some NBA chat. We're a few weeks into the season, starting to see some trends develop, but I know that we're on the opposite side for one of these games tonight. We have some MACTION, which I know you've been red hot on recently. NCAA men's basketball review. We had our first night last night. Tonight, Michigan's playing. Go Blue, baby. And we're taking it to the ice, getting some of our NHL picks in. We can't end without our Pickswise play of the day. So full slate today. Are you ready, Alex?
I'm ready. That's a packed show.
That
is probably the most packed show with the most variety that we've had in a long time.
Totally.
We're going to touch a lot.
All about it. All right. Without further ado, let's get it. Let's bet it. NBA. A few weeks into the season, like I was saying, we're seeing those trends develop. When you look at the slate tonight, what games are you getting in on?
Yes, I'm going to start with the Warriors. I like the Warriors to cover. They're laying 7 points against the Timberwolves tonight. The Warriors are they look like the best team in the NBA so far, right? I mean, they look really, really good. Steph Curry's really putting this team on his back. And they're only going to get better when Klay Thompson comes back. If he can even be 60% of the Klay Thompson we saw 2 years ago, I mean, he's going to be a phenomenal addition to that Warriors team that's already stacked. I mean, they have the best point differential in the league right now with a plus-minus of 13.1. And the T-Wolves just 2-7 against the spread, 1-1 as a road team. It's just a bad spot for them. So I'm just going to roll with the hot hand and roll with the Warriors, which, I mean, of course, means that the Warriors are going to lose or win by like 5 tonight. But, I'm going to roll with the hot hand.
Hey, no, you're getting some good birthday luck. They are on an 8-game homestand, and I actually watched them in person. What was it, Monday? What day is it today? Wednesday? Yeah. I watched it in person on Monday, watched Steph drop 50, and that crowd there was wild. It was an awesome arena also, by the way. It was awesome. Like right on the water, so new, updated. It's an awesome place to play.
Looks good on TV.
I know. Okay, so the other side of it, Bucks, Knicks. I know we're on opposite sides of this game. You want to tell me why you're taking the team from the Big Apple?
Yeah, I'm on the Knicks money line. I want to pivot.
Not bold enough to take the spread, huh?
I think I want to pivot. I'm gonna end up taking the spread and sprinkling on the money line. I was scared, but scared money don't make money. So I'm gonna lay the 3.5 points. But Milwaukee, this is a tough stretch for them. I mean, this is their third game in 4 nights in 3 different cities. I mean, I don't need to tell you how that travel can affect guys. I mean, that takes a toll on your body. And the Bucks are aside from that, they're dealing with a lot of COVID issues, and they're going to have some guys out. Chris Middleton's been out, Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday. I mean, those are big guys for them. And that's just asking a lot of Giannis to come in to New York, to the Garden, and take on a really, really good Knicks team. I mean, the Knicks have looked good so far this season. I think that's just a tall task. And not to mention, New York coming off, they got a rest day yesterday. So I'm going to roll with the rested, healthier team and go with the Knicks. I'm going to lay the points, sprinkle the money line, but I'm all Knicks tonight.
I know. Well, guess what? I'm on the other side, and I am bold enough. Now you just took the spread, so it took my line away. But I said, you're not bold enough to lay the points. I am bold enough to not take the point. I'm taking Bucks money line at plus 158. I think both teams are playing a hectic schedule right now. Milwaukee playing their third game in 4 nights, third different city. They're dealing with the injuries, the COVID protocols, like you said. And Milwaukee isn't necessarily the same without Lopez, Middleton, Holiday. It does put a bunch of pressure on Giannis Antetokounmpo to do everything, but what Giannis does best, and that's basically like take over games. They are in the second half of a back-to-back, but sometimes teams can surprise you in this spot, and I think the Bucks are looking to kind of right the ship to the start of the season. I see them coming in hungry here, ready to finish this stretch strong, and I think Giannis is just too good to drop this one to the Knicks. On top of that, I'm also just like having some fun with this. Why not? Giannis Antetokounmpo first basket at plus 370. Hey,
Why not? Why not?
Sprinkle it on there because it's a Wednesday. So you know what?
Just a little first basket. Just either you're going to cash it early and have some extra, have some money to play around with, or just
exactly.
You lost. So
exactly. Here's the thing. I was actually thinking about parlaying that together. The dumbest parlay in the entire history of the world. You lose or you win the parlay about less than a minute into the game, basically.
Yeah, 10 seconds into the game.
And I ended up splitting them up. I'm like, I was just feeling frisky this morning. I'm like, I want to just do something wild that no one would expect. Maybe I still will, but right now I'm betting them separately. So we'll see how that goes. Go Bucks.
I also have another prop that I like too. I'm gonna go to the Hornets game, the Hornets Grizzlies game. I like LaMelo's point total over 19.5 points. I mean, you look at what he's done this month. He's gone over that total in all but one game this month. And the Grizzlies defense, I don't know if you've watched much of the Grizzlies, not great. I mean, they're ranked 28th in opponent shooting percentage. So I think Melo's going to go up. And there's one thing about him. He's not afraid to shoot. He's going to let that thing fly. So 19.5 points seems really light for him. So I'm going to go with that.
That's very true. All right, let's move on to some college football because I know you've been like itching to get to this. MACTION. You've been red hot on the MACTION lately. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, if you've been following, Pickswise.com, I don't think they put my name actually next to what we write up. So maybe you don't know it's me, but it's okay. It's okay. What I have been writing up for the MAC so far this year has been great. I think 3 of the 4 picks I've made for the MAC have hit. Wow. The only one that didn't hit was last night's Eastern Ohio over, and that's because coach decided to go for 2 for no reason at all instead of just kicking the extra point. We don't need to get into that, but that's what you get that's what you get in the MAC. You get random onside kicks, random 2-point conversions. It's chaos. So tonight I love this battle of I-75, Toledo and Bowling Green. And I am going
bringing in the I-75.
I love the battle of I-75, and I'm going to take the 10.5 points and go with Bowling Green. If you know anything about this rivalry, or if you pay attention at all to the MAC, you know that Toledo has pretty much not only dominated this rivalry, they dominated the MAC for a long time. This seems like a down year for Toledo. They've just been really inconsistent. But to go back to this series, in the past 10 years, only 4 of the games between Toledo and Bowling Green have been decided by fewer than 10 points. So this usually is a pretty lopsided affair here. But Bowling Green, they might be coming into this game on a short week. But the key tidbit for me, in conference play this year, when Toledo has been favored, the Rockets are 1-3 against the spread and have lost 3 of those games outright. So Toledo, just really volatile, really up and down. You don't know what team you're going to get. They had a little bit of extra time to prepare for this game, but you're giving me 2 scores, 10.5 points. I'm going to go with Bowling Green in this one.
I like it. I'm going, I guess, north on I-75. Just pop on that interstate, take it north. Central Michigan University going up against Kent State tonight. I got CMU. Yeah, fire up chips, baby. I got CMU laying 2.5. Here's the thing. The Chippewa offense can hang. This might not be the most dangerous all-around offense that Kent State brings, but the scoring punch has been there over the last couple of weeks. I look at what Kent State's secondary has been able to do, and it's absolutely nothing. They've been getting crushed. I mean, I think they allow close to like 1,200 yards over their last 3 games. 1,200 over 3 games. That's not good.
That's a lot of yards.
That's a lot of yards. Combine that with a lot of golden flash penalties. Central Michigan should have more than enough, I think, to keep the scoring going and also hold them off at home. I think this is what's going to happen. Okay.
I also like Central Michigan's running back, Lou Nichols. I like him a lot. He's I watched when they were playing. Listen, I love the MAC. So I was watching when they played Western Michigan last week, and I mean, he tore Western Michigan up. There should be a lot of points in that game. Kent State, they got a good offense. So a lot of points in that game.
Here's what I think is going to happen, okay? I think you need to buckle up and get ready to have a whole lot of fun because Kent State games are always a blast, and so are MACTION games in general. The Golden Flashes managed to come up with wins, even though they give up a bajillion, zillion, million yards. I guess that's just the cost of doing business, right? But I think Central Michigan will bomb away and have one of his better games on the ground. It's going to be an up and down game. It's going to be a fight till the end. And I think that it's going to end with a big late scoring drive. Central Michigan covers the spread, laying 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I like
that's my prediction for tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight's MACTION.
MACTION action, baby. Let's go. Speaking of college sports, I don't know if you've heard, Alex, but college basketball came back yesterday.
Big back.
Back in a big way. When you watched the games last night, are there any that stood out to you? Any trends that you noticed? Anything that surprised you when watching the games?
Yeah, well, the big thing that stood out to me, I mean, the big picture. I mean, let's go macro and then go micro. Macro, big picture. I think that what we saw on night one is that the talent gap between these mid-major schools and these, Power 5 historic teams, it's not that large anymore. The talent gap is razor thin, and any team can get beaten on any given night. And that's what makes college basketball so great. What used to be, money games or, let's get ready for the season and schedule, so-and-so state, that's not the case anymore. You can get beat on any given night. And that's what's so fun about college basketball. That's the big picture. But micro, when I look at, one of the games that I watched, I mean, we're talking college basketball's back. Duke basketball is back. I mean, they've got a pair of freshmen, Paolo Banchero and Trevor Keels. I mean, they are the real deal. And they showed Kentucky that last night. I mean, they were just so impressive for Duke. And I mean, they just look like a team. I mean, I know they were ranked 9th. I mean, I think that's super low. I mean, that's a top 5, top 3 team in the country. Coach K, I mean, this is his last year, obviously. I think he's going to go out not only an ACC champion, but I think that they are going to make a serious run in the tournament. That team looked like they were legit.
They're real good. Really fun to watch last night. I know there's a couple big games tonight, including Michigan taking on Buffalo.
Listen, hold on. Before you get into Michigan, I want to just clear the air here because I know we've had some beef in the past about Michigan, right? My beef with Jim Harbaugh and Michigan, that does not translate to Michigan basketball. I actually like Michigan basketball. I love what Juwan Howard has done there. So I'm with you on Michigan basketball. We're on the same side with this.
We're one.
So,
this is so
we are one with Michigan basketball.
A weight's just been lifted off my shoulders, to be honest with you, Alex. I was so worried you were going to come down on my picks really hard, but
no. We are one.
I'm glad we're on the same page moving forward here. I know Florida State's playing tonight as well. Yeah. Do you have some money?
Yeah. Florida State. It's an interesting game actually. So Florida State laying 19.5 against Penn. I mean, I don't love laying huge numbers, especially in college basketball, and especially what we saw last night.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it in this spot. If you're asking me which side I want to be on, I think I'm going to lay the 19.5 with Florida State because when you think about it, I mean, look, Penn and the entire Ivy League actually, they didn't play basketball last year. They sat out because of COVID.
Crazy, actually.
So it has been a long time since they've gotten game action here, and Florida State is a team. I mean, they're a tournament team. They're a tournament team. So this isn't going to be just a cakewalk for them. So I'm interested to see what Penn is able to put out there. I mean, their top 2 scorers from that 2019 team are gone. So I don't really know what Penn has. So if you're asking me right now which side I'm going to be on, I'm going to lay the points with Florida State.
Yeah, I like it. So I look at Buffalo at Michigan just because I want to talk about my Michigan Wolverines for a second. Sure. I'm taking Buffalo in this one. I'm taking Michigan to win the game, but I'm not betting money line. I just don't see any value there. But I'm taking Buffalo in the points, 15.5. And I'm also betting the under on this one, under 150.5. I look at what the
under in college basketball. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm trying to cause myself stress. Let's go.
Let's go.
No, but I look at this one and the line I think opened up close to 19 and sharp money pushed it down really, really quickly. I think the over-under opened also around 152.5, 153, but that's been steamed down as well. I don't do this a lot. I usually go for the underdogs, but I'm backing the smart money on both the side and the total in this one. I think on opening night, MAC teams look pretty good against Big Ten teams. You know, Akron gave Ohio State a scare last night.
Yep.
Eastern Michigan dominated Indiana in the second half. I think Buffalo is a very experienced team. Michigan has an influx of bodies that Howard is still, you know, kind of needing to mesh. This is by no means me saying that Michigan's going to lose this game. I think that they're going to win this game, but I don't think they're going to win it by 16 points. Basically, I don't think it's crazy to think that Buffalo could give the MAC another strong showing. I think 150 with the over-under feels a little high in this spot. And I know it's college basketball. I know anything can happen, Alex. I know it's your birthday. It's crazy. But these are two defensive-minded teams. And I look at last season, Michigan, I think, went like 17 or 18 and 11 to the under, and Buffalo went like 13 and 11.
Okay.
And I look at Michigan, they've lost a decent portion of its scoring from last year. So I'll take the under and the underdog in the season opener this year. Michigan's going to win the game, hands down.
But Buffalo's going to keep it a lot closer
than
16 points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, you know, the talent gap. I mean, especially a conference like the MAC that has really good basketball. They have good teams. Buffalo is one of the better teams in that conference too. I mean, I think that's a good pick. I like that pick a lot.
Thank you. Look at you. Oh my gosh. He likes
Look at
my
us
pick.
agreeing. Look at that.
He likes my pick. I love that. That actually just made my day. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. I think you're just feeling really nice because it's your birthday today.
My old age has softened me. That's what happens when you get older.
Turns 30 once. Becomes nice. Just kidding. Yeah. All right, let's take it to the ice. Because I'm really excited about some of the hockey games going on tonight. There's only three hockey games tonight, but I'm in on two of them. One of them's my best bet of the day. When you're looking at hockey, I see over here you got the Preds money line. Tell me a little bit about why.
I do. And this is more just like, no, I do. It's just me more just like, I'm just rolling with the hot hand. You know, okay. They've won 5 of 7, playing good hockey right now. The Stars they just are the opposite. They're not playing good hockey right now and have one of the worst offenses in the NHL. So I'm really just, there's not really much thought, science. I'm just like, I'll roll with the Preds.
Sometimes you just gotta bet it. Yeah.
Sometimes you just look at something and you're just like, it passes the eye test. That for me, that's what tonight is. Just like Preds, that makes sense.
I'm all about it. I know. So there's only 3 games tonight. And I look at the Flyers versus Maple Leafs line. I have the Flyers plus 116 money line. I think that they're a live underdog in this one. I think Philadelphia's defensive issues are definitely a little bit scary against a Toronto Maple Leafs team that has a lot of star power, but I think the Leafs have relied way too much on their top 2 lines, and there's not really depth. There's kind of a lack of depth when you look at the Maple Leafs this year, and I know a lot of their fans are kind of disappointed about it, but I just think the Flyers offense shouldn't have too much trouble getting grade A scoring chances, which I think this game is going to end up being sort of a goaltending battle, to be honest with you, more of a defensive goaltending battle game. I think last year it'd be a no-go with the Flyers, but their netminders are off and running this year. And I think they should be able to play with Campbell and the Leafs. So I view this game as basically a coin flip, but I like finding value in my bets. So I
like the plus money.
Take the plus money, baby. Plus money line, taking the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's go. Okay. I have a lot of energy today. I'm like feeling good about my bets.
You're feeling it starts that way, and then the puck drops, and then the games start. And,
I know. I mean, this weekend has absolutely annihilated me. So you know what? I gotta get the energy up heading into this weekend. Okay?
Somehow, I know Sunday was brutal for a lot of. Saturday was the brutal day for me. It was my first for Saturday. I'll look up. It was over.
Oh my God.
Like speechless. Like I'm just first of all, the Michigan State bet. I was texting one of my friends after I made the pick, and I'm like, I hate that pick. I don't like that pick. I'm a sucker. I got suckered. So I knew what that was, but I was hoping I was wrong. It was kind of like I was trying to Jedi mind trick myself. But that was it was exactly what I thought it would be. And then Bo Nix just turned into the old Bo Nix. I mean, we don't need to revisit Saturday. Saturday was the bad day for me. Sunday, I actually ended up kind of okay, not great by any means, but not as bad as some people. Sunday was people were down bad on Sunday.
Alex, you want to know something good about that? Is once you hit rock bottom, guess what? There's only one way to go.
Only one way to go.
Up
That's what I'm
from
saying.
there.
Like I was like, do I even want to play anything on Sunday? And I was like, you know what? It can't get any worse.
It couldn't get worse.
If I go over again, guess what? I went over before.
You don't want to just sit there and wallow in self-pity. You know, you got to get back on the saddle. They say you fall off a horse, you get back on. I think that's the saying.
Listen, the only way you can make a shot, you got to keep shooting.
You got to keep shooting. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Just saying.
There we go. There we go.
Right. On that note, let's move into our Pickswise 3-star play of the day and our best bet of the day. Alex, what do we got for a Pickswise 3-star play of the day or play?
So this is coming from our friend Connor Grutenhuss. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name here. He's going with the Wild to beat the Coyotes tonight. He's taking the Wild money line. The Coyotes allowing a league high 4 goals per game. And offensively, the Coyotes are the league's lowest scoring team, averaging just 1.58 goals per contest. Not great. So he's going to roll with the Wild tonight. They've won 7 of their last 8 matchups against the Coyotes. That was obviously last season. And they should be able to pick up a win in this matchup, according to Connor. So he is going with the Wild, and that is a 3-star play on Pickswise.com.
Guess what? That is a smart man right there, because I am tailing him a little bit, but changing it up for my best bet of the day. I actually have the Minnesota Wild puck line. They're going to win. Yeah, they're going to win by 2 or more goals, plus 124 value. I look at this, and Arizona comes in off a win, so they finally broke the 0 column, the 0 in the victory column. They had an over in the win column as well. So you know what? They finally
kept going. They kept shooting, and look what happened.
They just kept shooting, baby. I think, you know, the caveat to that is they did beat an expansion team. They beat Seattle. That was their 1 win so far this season. So I don't really think that moves the needle all that much in the grand scheme of things. I think Minnesota's won 3 straight games coming into this contest. The Wild have been solid on the offensive end of the ice, and they're facing one of the weakest offensive teams in the league in Arizona. Arizona's also the last in the league when it comes to keeping the puck out of their own net, which makes it very difficult for you to win games when other teams are scoring goals. I think a big problem with that is Darcy Kemper, their starting goaltender, is now the starting goaltender for the Colorado Avalanche. So they're just kind of weak on that front. I think with the Wild riding a wave of momentum here, they have the edge. And I don't think that it's just going to be a win. I think it's going to be a dominating win.
Big win.
So Minnesota Wild puck line, that is my best bet of the day, plus 124. What do you got for yours?
I'm going back to some action. Look, I'm going to spend. You know how I'm going to spend my birthday tonight? You know how I'm going to spend my birthday tonight?
How?
Watching the Battle of I-75 and loving every second of it. And you know, you don't have fun watching MAC football betting unders. So I'm going with the over in the Toledo Bowling Green game, 49.5. And when I saw this, because it was 51 earlier in the week, I checked before we got on the show. Check the weather. No weather. Check, you know, no crazy injuries or anything. So I'm like, what happened? Yeah. I think this game is easily going to go over at 49.5. Toledo's defense, last time we saw them, they really struggled against Eastern Michigan. I mean, granted, Eastern Michigan's offense probably the most efficient in the MAC right now, the highest scoring offense in the MAC. Bowling Green's offense isn't that, but Bowling Green coming off their first game, scoring 50 points last week against Buffalo. So maybe they figured some things out there. Toledo's defense, I don't know. Maybe there's some spots there where we get, you know, a veteran quarterback-led team like Bowling Green. They can maybe find some spots and put up some points. But also the Rockets' offense, they're going to be able to run all over Bowling Green. I mean, Bryant Koback, I know I brought that name up earlier in the season when he ran all over Notre Dame. We don't need to go back there. We're in a good place now. But Bryant Koback, I mean, he's just having himself a year. Ran for 180 yards on 15 carries against Eastern last week. His second game over 100 yards. I mean, he's just going to keep it rolling. I like Toledo's offense to keep it rolling, keep it moving. 50 points in a MAC game, not too much to ask. So I'm going with the over.
They see me rolling, we're hating. Take us back to, like, when was that? Like 2000?
That was like 2000, maybe 2001. I mean, that was... Wow.
I know. I had to pull it out. You said that, and so it just made me think of it. I had to pull it out. We're celebrating your birthday. Should we sing to you really quick before we wrap up?
No. We should not. We should not do that.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, wow. Chameleonaire 2005. So I was a little off.
Oh, wow. Chameleonaire 2005. I love it. Alex, 2005. That's it for us today. I'm loving your best bet. I actually might tail it. I'm going to go tail it right when the show's done. Find us on the Pickswise YouTube channel. Go to pickswise.com. Follow us on Twitter. Alex Glaze, Glazer, the Laser. Everyone go wish him a happy birthday. He's 30 today. 30. He's 30. Let's go. I love it. Thanks for being born, Alex. We love you. We love having you on the show. We love celebrating you. I'm Lauren Jbara. Best of luck tonight, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's get it. Let's bet it.